Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy II Pixel Remastered. I am Marusu, and today we are heading north to the Kingdom of Finn. Want to cross this bridge? Get into a battle with the Hornet? Just auto battle. I don't want to be using up all my MP right now. Furion's HP went up. Yeah, in the Pixel Remaster version, your HP will just randomly go up for one reason or another. All right, so some goblins. As I always keep on saying, you're more often than not, goblins are going to be one of the first enemies you find in a Final Fantasy game. All right, so first we want to head up here to this this house up here of Gatria. This is the village of Gatria. Finn is just over there, across the lake. See? Okay. Whoops. I didn't mean to exit. Get back in there. Sometimes it's hard to tell where you can walk and where you can't walk. Let's go up here and talk to this old man. The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Finn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. And with Imperial troops and monsters roaming the streets, the city isn't any better off. Uh-oh. There's a pub just on the outskirts of Finn. When the Empire invaded, the barkeep didn't make it out in time. They say he's still working there. Pouring drinks for the Imperials. Alright, so this is the church again. Move, old man. Gatria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet. But once the Dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire. That's not good. Alright, so there's not much to do here, but we do have some shops. First things first. I want to go buy me... Where are you? Where are you? Over here. There's no magic shop here, but there is a weapon shop. Alright, so javelin, broadsword, axe, and a bow. Just basically the same thing I have. If I want to give someone a javelin, that's fine. Well, I want to buy another axe. I like turning my guy into just a berserker, just giving him 2 axes and just going ham on the opponent. I think it's absolutely hilarious, and it kind of fits his personality, in my opinion. He doesn't need a shield; he has axes. All right, what do they have for defensive equipment? Bucklers. No, I don't want to give anyone shields. Leather armor. That's better for her. Nice. Buy me a leather armor. Yeah, the evasion and magic. Already had a leather armor. Gosh darn it. I didn't have to buy that. Oh well. There. She has that now. Her evasion went down, but her defense went up. Alright. There's not much else to do here. There's a weapon shop. There's an inn. You can just hit this button and see. Let's hit that button and see if there's anything else here. There's no magic shop. So we're going to leave. There's nothing else to do here. Alright, and now we'll attack some goblins. Yeah, so Guy now has 2 attacks. Does he need it right now? No. Do I want him to have it right now? Yes. Alright. Save your game. Right here. First and foremost. Save your game. Alright. What you want to do is you want to get to Finn, which is that castle you can barely see up there. But, how do you get to it? You need to follow the coastline here. Do not wander too far into the forest. I will show you why here shortly. Doesn't look like poison stays at the battle. Alright, so I'm going to save my game. Should have saved it in another save file, but it's whatever. Yeah, so I'm going to show you what happens if you wander too far away from the coastline. Whoop, that's not what I'm looking for. Next, level it up. Yeah, in this forest, I think. Oh, where is it? I could have sworn it was all the battles. Am I in the right spot? Yeah, because Finn's right there. Here's some leg eaters. Sorry about that. Just keep attacking. Just auto battle for now. Where are you? If you wander too far away from the coastline, you'll run into... That's an ogre. Yeah. You'll run into strong enemies. Wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but yeah, you'll run into strong enemies. And you will get a game over. Maybe. I swear to God if I killed this thing. Oh my God, I actually beat him. Not what I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah, so you'll run into some strong enemies. Nothing here is what I'm looking for. I'm just letting... Yeah, okay. I'm just letting them defeat me. Yeah, load my save. Alright, so up in that forest, you can run into some Black Knights, the things that one-shot us earlier on in the game. I guess there's other enemies there as well. You won't find them as long as you stay near the coastline, but as you get away from the coastline, you'll run into stronger enemies, and more often than not, you'll get a game over. I'm surprised to actually beat that ogre. I got incredibly lucky at the fact that he kept missing me. But yeah, just stay near the coastline. Don't wander away. And we want to make our way to Finn. Okay, there we go. This ruined city of Finn. Yeah, guy's gonna be my my brute for a lot of this game. All right, so you wanna save your game before you head up into Finn. Now, you don't want to talk to or get near any of these knights. It's just as we've heard. The city is crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. Yeah, you don't want to talk to or get close to any of the soldiers. They will all one-shot you. You will die. Every single shop in this place is closed down. We actually want to make our way to that building right there, the pub on the right side. In order to get there, we have to go through the city and go up the back way. So you want to avoid all enemies. There is a new enemy inside of Finn that I do want to find, but I'll probably search for him outside of the fence. Yeah, there you go. Okay. These are not new enemies. You don't get to hear it because I'm finishing these battles too fast, but this is my favorite battle theme in the entire series. It's such a good theme. Ooh, Maria's about to die. I'll have Fury and use some white magic in the next thing. Maria's HP went up, and Guy's HP went up. Nice! Alright, so you want to go down here. Still not find the thing. Alright, you need to heal her. And what the heck? I'll have you use that. Why not? Furian's HP, MP, magic defense, and magic went up. Nice. Alright, I need to find this enemy. Where are you? Where are you? Alright, you can use that on yourself now. There's a lot of enemies. Use fire. And use his attack. Nice. Fire leveled up, which means now it's going to cost 2 MP. But her MP went up, so that's fine. Yeah, now I would want to level up my Thunder spell. Where is this guy? I don't want to do that. If this takes too long, I'll just I'll cut this out. I don't want to be here forever searching for this guy. Alright. So if I don't find him soon, I'll cut out the rest of these battles. Alright, I finally found it. This is a sprinter. Not much to say about it, but the sprinter is here. If you're playing... excuse me. If you're playing the Pixel Remaster version of this game, you do have achievements if you want to go after them. One of the achievements is to unlock every chest in the game, so I'm going to be showing you all that. Unlock ones to visit every single town, so I'm going to be showing you that. So you do want to make sure you go to Gatria, that does count, and to fill out the bestiary. So I'm going to be showing you the location of every enemy at the earliest points that you can find it. If it is way too rare at the earliest points, I might just show you an easier spot to find it later on. But I wanted to show that the sprinter is here. They are more common in the northwest. I found it in the northeast. I had to go a little bit north from the pub where I was trying to find it. So if you're having trouble finding it, look in the northern regions, northwest, northeast. I found it here. So just do that. All right, make sure you still do not talk to anyone that is a soldier. Talk to this guy. Whoa, where do you think you're going? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. Those Imperials are all ill-bred. These Imperials are all as ill-bred as they come. Aha, you're with the rebels. You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I going to do? Excuse me. I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. Okay, bye. Don't die on your way out of town. All right, so we want to go back here. Back here is some chests. A potion, and a potion. Nice. That's useful at this point in the game. I'm gonna sort this. Items up top. Yeah. Then yeah, there's 11 chests in Finn, but we can't get all of them because we can't get to all the locations yet. And I think this also counts as the castle, and we can't get into the castle yet. I just think, unlike the first game, the cities and the castles count as one area rather than two separate areas. All right, so we want to talk to this dying man. Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. So you're the rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I'm the Prince of Kashwan. Prince Scott? We were told you fell in battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not for much longer. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother, Gordon. Tell him I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly is that Count Borgin betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last message. The confession of a dying man. They would only bring her pain. My brother, Leon. Have you heard of him? I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish I could be of more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it will be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown extremely tired. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest, just for a little while. Ah, yes, Final Fantasy II. A man dies and we get a fanfare. Moment of silence for Scott. Okay, moment's passed. Let's go. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, excuse me, sorry. A man dies in front of us, and the game plays a fanfare. All right. So with that being said, now we have to make our way back to Altair to deliver the message to both Gordon, who we know was in Altair, as well as the king. But the king is bedridden right now, so we're going to have to make do with giving a report to Hilda instead. All right, Fury and Strength went up. Maria's Evasion went up. Nice. All right, make sure you stay next to the lake. Do not wander away from the lake. What was that of magic? Once it gets level 2, I'm not going to be using it anymore. There it goes. Yeah. Not going to be using it anymore because I'm going to start getting Blizzard up. Yeah, it's best to it's best to level up your level 1 spells as they only cost like 1 MP until your MP starts getting up, and then as your MP gets up a little bit more, start leveling up your other spells alongside with it. Because as spells level up, they cost more MP, which then subsequently will cause you to use more MP in battle, which means your MP will go up faster. But as of right now, Maria, she only has a max of 28 MP, which is only 14 casts of a spell. But I still need to go and get, I'm going to rest here. I still need to go and get Blizzard, which I haven't gotten, so I can start using that to level that up, which will only cost 1 MP. At the same time, I only plan on using Cure inside of battle until I get other spells to be able to use inside of battle. Then I can start using Cure outside of battle. But right now, Cure is... Excuse me. Sorry about that. Currently right now, Cure is the only way for Furion to get his MP up. So we want to make sure that that is being used inside of combat, because having a high level spell with no MP to cast it is a problem. So what we want to do is we want to use our magic inside of combat as much as possible to get our MP levels up. And once our MP levels are up high enough, then we can start using white magic outside of battle. More goblins. More goblins. Goblins won't leave me alone. Alright. Now we're back here. Alright. I don't know if anyone said anything different. Alright, so first we want to talk to Gordon. My name is Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashwan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. When my brother Scott fell in battle, I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. You want to show him the ring? That's it. It's my brother's. Is he really said all those things? About me? And that's it. Nothing else. All right, before I go talk to the king or Hilda, I want to go and buy that magical ability of Blizzard. I don't know why I stumbled on that word. Yeah. Give me Blizzard. So I can give Blizzard to Maria. Yep, now Maria knows Blizzard. Now I can start using that in combat. And you want a good proficient magic caster in this game, because there is some enemies in this game that are pretty resistant to physical attacks. All right, I don't think anyone says anything different. All right. So you want to go here, talk to the king. An arrow struck me in the back during my daughter Hilda now serves as regent. You should speak with her. Yeah. Yeah. So you have to report to Hilda, because talking to the king, well, he won't help you. He's useless. He's a useless king. All right, let's talk to Hilda. Make a report. Our password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. The rose is the insignia of Kingdom Flynn. Okay. I think this is okay, yeah. Want to show him the ring. Show her the ring. That ring belonged to Scott. Is he alive? He gave us this ring in Fenn just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Your Highness, please, the ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits your personage of courage. You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourself quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There is a magical metal known as mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. Ask about what? Dang it. My bad. My bad. There you go. I forgot to learn mithril. My bad. There you go. Now I want to ask about mithril. We lost Finn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of mithril. I have charged Joseph, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've been out of contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? Yes. Minwu. I heard Her Highness's words and have waited here for you since. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Palom. Take my canoe and let us be on our way. Minwu, join the party. Now that's a fanfare I can get behind. And I got a canoe. That's also what I can get behind. Alright, so Minwu is a white mage. A really powerful white mage. He has a level 7 cure, level 7 life, so he can bring me back from life. Level 3 Azuna. Now, the way Azuna works, Azuna is very difficult to get up in this game. The original game, not the original game, Final Fantasy 1 did not have this spell. This is the first game that gives you the spell of Azuna, which will then become a staple throughout the rest of the series and anything else that takes inspiration from Final Fantasy. Now, Azuna is able to cure status ailments, but the problem is it can only cure a certain status ailment depending on its level. So, in order to level it up, you have to be able to find the correct ailments it can cure, get those on you, use Azuna on the character to heal them, and then it will go up. As you can see, I can't just use it on anyone. So I have to wait until they get an ailment on them, and then I can use Azuna on them to cure them of their ailment. And a lot of ailments are only in battle. Like as you saw, poison disappeared at the end of battle. I'm pretty sure this is the only Final Fantasy game where that's the case. You also have Basuna, which cures status ailments that wear off after battle. This is like slow and stuff. You can get rid of slow, stop, doom, I think. Then you get barrier and blink, which this raises barrier to defend against elemental attacks, and this raises your evasion. Protect protects against physical damage. Shell protects against magical damage. Wall guards against raises magical defense. Wall guards against magic attacks. I'm not entirely sure what the difference between shell and a wall is. It's either tell me in the comments or I'll put it in editing, like I've been doing. Dispel can get rid of other status ailments on your opponents. So if the opponent uses like haste or barrier or blink or wall or shell or protect or whatever, Dispel can get rid of all that off your opponents. Silence can stop them from using magic. Sap takes MP. Now, one of the best ways, now that we have Minwu, one of the best ways to level up HP and MP is Sap and Swap, right? Now, Sap will reduce someone's MP without using it for spells, right? So you can just have Minwu just keep using Sap to take someone's MP, then you would finish the battle and their magic would go up, right? Swap will swap their HP and their MP, which will then make their HP incredibly low, which will get their HP up really fast. These are great ways to do that if you wanted to grind it out. Like I said, there's a lot of ways you can exploit the leveling system in this game. I'm not going to be doing it because I think it makes the game way too easy. But it's there if you want to do it. Fog inflicts amnesia. I'll look up what amnesia does. I think that's a status effect that's not in too many games. I don't really know what amnesia does. It might make it to where they forget how to do spells or something. I don't know. Fear. Makes them more likely to feel. And teleport. Banish the target to another dimension or teleports the party out of dungeons using HP. So the difference between teleport in this game than the first game, and yeah, I'm going to be talking about these games as if I'm not going to spoil the story of older games that I have already played on this channel, but I will be talking about them as if you have watched them, right? So I will be making comparisons of one game to another game, even games that have not played yet, right? As you said, as I keep saying, it's like it's in games going forwards with like Azuna, but like since I've already played one on this channel, I am going to be comparing two to one and how it improves upon it, how it changes some things. I'm going to be doing a lot of this, but I'm not going to be talking about the story too much. I don't want to spoil the story because I know there's people out there that still have not played some of the older games. I personally know a lot of people that have not played anything 1 through 6. And so I don't want to spoil any stories or anything for anyone in case you're watching this series for the first time through me. But in the first game, you had teleport and exit. Teleport teleported you to the previous floor of a dungeon. It allowed you to leave a dungeon if the dungeon only had one floor, but it allowed you to go to a previous floor of the dungeon, where exit just took you out of the dungeon altogether. Teleport was a black magic spell. Exit was a white magic spell. In this game, it's different. Teleport is a white magic spell. It combines the teleport of the first game and the exit of the first game by just taking you out of the dungeon completely, but at the cost of HP. Now, leveling this up will make it to where the amount of HP that you consume to do the spell becomes less and less. It's a percentage based. Using teleport right now at level 1 will use 100% of your HP with the exception of 1 HP. It will keep you at 1 HP. So you teleport out of the dungeon and now you only have 1 HP left. As you will level it up, the percentage of how much it costs will go down. Because no matter how much you increase your HP, teleport is still going to do the same percentage chance. Like if I used swap right now and leveled up my HP to the point that Minwu ended up having, let's say, 9,000 HP, and I went to a dungeon, I used teleport one time, teleport 1 to get out of the dungeon, he'll still go down to 1 HP. It's a percentage based. So be cautious of that. But as you use it, it'll start going up. You can, what you can do, because it's percentage based of your max HP, I'm pretty sure. I'll clarify in editing with an edit up top. But I'm pretty sure it's percentage based, so you could just teleport out of a dungeon, go back into the dungeon, teleport out of the dungeon, go back into the dungeon, teleport out of the dungeon, and just keep doing that to level it up. But if in the case that it isn't current and not it isn't max HP and it is current HP, you can just exit the dungeon, use cure, go back in the dungeon, teleport, cure, and just keep doing that to level up. Teleport to a point to where, like, if you exit out of a dungeon, you're not dying. So, yeah, Minwu is incredibly powerful. So yeah, now we have. Let's leave the town. There's nothing else to do here. All right, so now we have our next goal, right? We need to go to the city of Poft. Not Poft, Palom. Whoops. Well, where is that? That is a good question. They said that we need to take our canoe, right? So, you see that lake north of my cursor? We need to cross that lake and go to that city on the right side, right by the ocean. That is the city that we need to go to of Palom. And we will get to that in the next episode. Thank you all for watching. If you like what I do here, like and subscribe. If you want to leave any tips, anything that I may have forgotten about, any clarification on a couple of these things that are just slipping my brain at the moment, leave a comment. Give me your feedback. Tell me your favorite character. Don't spoil anything in the comments. If your favorite character hasn't shown up yet, don't say anything. Wait until that episode, and then tell me who your favorite character is. I would like to know. My favorite character hasn't shown up yet. And until next time, I'll see you all then. Take care. And bye.